This video is basically going to be me roasting the art I drew from 2021 to 2022, or at least the ones I could find that were roastable. I'm going to be arranging these from oldest to newest. I don't have the exact date for some of them, but I can guess roughly which year I drew them in. Okay, so I drew this after I saw some stuff about how to draw dragon heads, and so I tried to apply what I'd learned to this artwork. This dragon is so damn skinny. Those wings are way too small. There is no way that dragon can fly. Their eyes are too big. Those trees in the background should not be visible, considering that it is a dark forest, and the only light source are the weird glowing moss and the dragon's glowing eyes. This one was actually the redraw of an older artwork I did earlier in 2021, but I couldn't find the older one, so I'm just gonna roast this one instead. Why is the brain such a dark blue color? And because the dragon is also blue, it just looks really weird. Also, the ears are drawn really badly. That is not how ears are supposed to look. Again, I drew the wings way too small. That dragon right there should not be able to fly. I don't even remember why I drew this one or what it was about. I think it was like an OC I made for some horror story I wanted to write or something. I can't really remember. That head is way too big. The neck is way too thin to be supporting it. The eyes are also really big, and that is not where the animal's mouth is. I don't know what's up with the blood-covered teeth, but since the light is coming from the bottom right, the highlights are on the wrong side of the drops of blood. My line-out was also really messy. I think this one was initially a wallpaper I made for my phone, but I'm pretty sure I also set this as my profile at some point. I don't know why some parts of the line art are so messy. I think after I colored everything, I decided to draw over some of the line art with a more saturated color of the colors I used. But it is still really damn messy. That snout is way too skinny, and I don't know what's up with the badly filled in moon. Like, I don't know why I didn't go in and color in the gaps when I realized that I'd set the fill tool settings wrong, and it hadn't filled in the whole thing. I'm not actually sure which one of my warrior cats OCs this is, because when I first made my warriors OCs, I changed the names a lot because I was really bad at coming up with good names for them back then. My guess is that Echo Star was a character that I later split into two different characters because I have an OC called Echo Frost, who has a similar-ish design, and another OC called Ripple Scar, who used to have a scar over her eye. I think I changed it later, but enough about that. Time to roast this stupid cat. Oh, that rhymed. Anyways, I don't know what's up with the white shadows, under her paws. I have no idea why I drew those. Considering the light source is coming from somewhere above her, most of the shading I did is wrong. Also, a lot of the shading goes, like, off the character. Why was past me so lazy that I didn't even bother to erase them? Also, the blue color. I don't know why. I made a blue and gray cat, because cats can't be blue. At least I think they can't. There's also some random brush marks. I don't know why I wasn't bothered to erase those either. Okay, the next 5 are the character sheets I drew for the main characters in an animation that I cancelled and then later turned into a comic and then just never worked on again. With a lot of my earlier wolf drawings, I never really drew any of the this spiky fur along their neck and stuff, so that they would end up looking kind of bold, and usually to hide their boldness, I would draw them hair. Because Echo was a darker colored wolf, I really shouldn't have made the background dark colored as well, because then it can be a bit difficult to distinguish some of her features unless I turn my iPad brightness up. I also drew her eyes way too big, like I did with a lot of my older artworks. I'm just going to quickly roast Plasma's character design. I don't know why I gave him a lightning bolt-shaped horn and a lightning-shaped scar. Looking at it now, it just kind of looks weird. Also, my line-out was really messy, and I drew his head a really weird shape. Okay, I drew Blossom's neck way too long and made her way too thin. With a lot of my early wolf drawings, the anatomy was also really bad. Okay, why does one of his back legs look broken? Like, I'm pretty sure legs shouldn't bend like that. Anyways, that's not where a wolf's mouth is supposed to go, and those ears are way too pointy and badly drawn. Like a lot of the other character sheets, I drew her neck too long and didn't make it look like she was covered in fur. Not sure how else to roast this that I haven't roasted the others with. I think this was a character I was writing a book about, but, like, I only wrote, like, the first chapter and then just stopped. I don't know what's with all the blended colors, it just kind of looks wrong. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a wolf, but I drew it by coloring a base I made for making my warrior cat's OC's family tree for some reason. Because the base I drew was supposed to be for a cat, this wolf's snout is too short. I really don't know what I was doing with this one. I was trying to design the villain for Whispering Shadows, and I don't know, she just doesn't look villainy enough. Her ears are also too thin and long, and I had no idea what I was doing with the wings. Like, in the trailer I made for Whispering Shadows, her wings were, like, actually feathered. This is, like, when I started drawing the bits of fur on the neck. I drew the character's neck way too long and the head too big. Also, not sure why I drew the back, like, kind of, bent. The legs also look a bit too short. This one is also a redraw that I couldn't find the original of. I would guess that I drew the original one towards the end of 2021. Quite a bit of the shading is done incorrectly, and there's, like, a random shadow across the top of the artwork. It's, like, kind of difficult to see because I lowered the opacity of it a lot. But, it's there. Just trust me. If you zoom in, you'll find it. I don't know why I put that there. I guess I thought that, the trees on the other side of the ravine would cast that kind of shadow, even though they're on the other side of the ravine. I also didn't know how to transition, like, the grass and the rocky edge of the ravine. So I kind of just got the eraser tool and just erased random bits of grass, which just looks terrible. This is the character that was going to be in Whispering Shadows. I actually had two possible designs for her, but I couldn't find the second one. In this one, I drew her head too big and made her neck way too skinny to be able to support the weight of her head. Her wings also don't look quite right. I probably screwed up a bit drawing the feathers. Oh, it's another character with a head that is way too big. Her legs are also too short. Like, she kind of looks like she got compressed because her neck looks like it's supposed to be longer because of how big I drew her head. And, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next week's video is going to be me reading my old Warrior Cats fanfiction. So, subscribe if you want to be notified when it comes out.